Welcome to Week 17, the last game of the regular season. The Pittsburgh Steelers against the San Diego Chargers. After this game, we'll auto skip through the remaining 4 games and figure out who's out going to the playoffs. Take a look at these two teams. First of all, in the first season, we've seen Pittsburgh got the wild card spot, came second place in their division with a 10-6 record. San Diego Chargers won their division, 9-7 record. So, in the playoffs, Pittsburgh played against Miami, and Pittsburgh got beat. San Diego Chargers have played against the Los Angeles Raiders, and they also got beat. So both these teams got beat in the first round of the playoffs in Season 1. Second season, which was Tecmo Super Bowl on Super Nintendo, Pittsburgh came in third place in their division, did not make the playoffs. They had a 6-10 record. The San Diego Chargers came in second, got the wild card spot, and a 10-6 record. This time the Chargers won in the first round against the Broncos, 10-7, but they got crushed by the Buffalo Bills in round 2, 51-0. And as for this season, take a look at the standings. Pittsburgh already won their division, 12-3. San Diego Chargers trying for a wild card spot. But actually, well, see, even if the San Diego, oh yeah, I guess San Diego wins, it'd be 9-7. So, yeah, if the Chargers win, you got two teams that are going. Pittsburgh's going. Cleveland could possibly go if they want it. The Chiefs have around plus 30. Cleveland had to win by 30 points. Chances are you're going to see 4 teams from this division. I think Seattle, Denver, San Diego, and Kansas City are all going to go to the playoffs here. Even if the Chargers lose, because Cleveland's only up by 4 points. So you're going to definitely see Buffalo and Miami go. Pittsburgh's going. I don't think we're going to see any teams. So that's 3 teams right there. So, yeah, okay. Seattle, Denver, and either San Diego or Kansas City. If San Diego wins this game, I think they'll get the 6th seed spot in the playoffs. If they lose, it'll probably be the Chiefs. As for the rest of the games, we'll take a look at them after. Here we go, computer versus computer, San Diego at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh at San Diego. After we finish all the games, we're going to go take a look at the individual player statistics, the league leaders. Some of my videos the days might seem confusing, like I'll say like, tomorrow I'm going to do this game or that. But I should mention that right now, as I'm recording it, it's Friday night. Sometimes it takes a long time for my video to upload, like over 3 hours, and I don't have time to do it at night while I'm going to bed, so I have to do it the next morning, so. Just something to keep in mind, that the day the video is uploaded isn't necessarily the day that I played the game. For example, the previous 2 games of Week 17, those were done last night, Thursday night, but I wasn't able to upload them until today.
Blue 43, blue 43.
Actually, as I speak, the Dallas New York Giants game is uploaded, but the Packer-Buccaneer game is currently uploading as I'm recording this video.
Wow, 52, wow, 52. Blue 48. Blue 48. Cut, 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 cut.
Ooh. Block passes are a little more intense in this game because they might be caught. And San Diego's got a generic player named Chargers. It's kind of weird they gave him number 21 though. Usually they give him number 0 when they use generic players.
Red 24. Red 24. Cut, 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 cut.
Okay, now when you say number 20, wasn't the last guy just number 20? Let's make sure on names.
Blue 43. Cut, 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 cut. Ready.
I might have to zoom my camera out just
Cut, cut, cut,
slightly.
cut, cut.
Yeah, because we can't see the seals. There's number 97, that's 7. There we go.
Now.
So one thing I hate about this camera is I'll have it zoomed in perfectly, and then when you press the record button, it zooms in a little more.
Blue 48. Cut, 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 cut.
Oh, that's crazy. Man, he is just really gone.
Ready. Set. Cut, 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 cut. Blue 48. Blue 48. Cut, 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 cut.
After this game, we'll take a look at the remainder of the schedule and figure out who's shooting for playoff spots and all that.
Blue 43. Blue 43. Cut, 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 cut. Red 32. Cut, 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 cut. Red 24. Red 24.
And starting
Cut,
tomorrow,
cut,
which will be
cut,
Saturday,
cut, cut, cut.
I start doing the playoff games.
Blue 48. Cut, 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 cut.
Hoping to get
cut.
through quite a bit of them. I still got to stop at Best Buy. I was planning to do that after work today, but I had a lot of stuff to do after work. I forgot all about it. So tomorrow I want to go to Best Buy, see if I can get a battery charger and more batteries. Because right now I can only charge my battery up while it's in the camera, and I can't record while the battery's charging. So I want to get an independent battery charger plus another battery. That way I can charge batteries as I'm recording other games.
Cut, 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 cut. Set. Ready. Cut, 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 cut.
the mark.
Red 32, red 32. Hut, 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 hut.
Got a nasty fly in my room. He might just make it.
Touchdown.
Well, I have to turn my air conditioner back on to prevent flies. Okay, I'm back.
Ready. Set. Hut, 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 hut.
For some reason, I've been getting flies in the house.
Pass incomplete.
It always happens in the summer, like during, it'll be a string of days, like
Red 32.
maybe 4 or 5 days in a row. I keep getting flies in the house, like 2, 3, 4. Upstairs there'll be like 10, but in my room, usually in my room here, there's usually 3 or 4 at the most. And I only have it for like maybe 5, 6 days in a row, and all of a sudden for the next like 3 or 4 weeks, don't see any. I just don't understand it. I had the same problem with bumblebees too in the past. I'll get a bumblebee in my room one day. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Next day, about the same time, I get a bumblebee in my room. Happened like 4 or 5 days in a row where I'll get just one bumblebee in my room right around the same time, and all of a sudden for like the next 2 or 3 weeks don't see one. Actually, bumblebees is more like a month. Maybe a month, month and a half. I can't stand flies.
Blue 43. Hut, 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 hut. Blue 43. Blue 43. Hut, 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 hut.
I hope I killed the fly. It was on my computer screen. I swatted it with the fly swatter, but I didn't swat directly at it because I didn't want it to squish all over the computer screen.
Red 24, red 24. Hut, 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 hut.
At least it didn't land on the TV screen. That would have been really annoying.
Touchdown.
Chargers get in again. Might be a pretty good game. half's going to run out. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to get a chance to score.
Wow, 52. Cut, 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 cut.
Especially if you run play. There's a look at the stats. Look at the total yards. San Diego's got 101 yards, Steelers 100, so pretty close. Pittsburgh's got 5 more rushing yards, Chargers 6 more passing yards. Chargers got 1 more first down. 1 sack for the Steelers. No interceptions, 1 fumble for both teams. That music just doesn't sound like football music.
Blue 48. Cut, 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 cut. First down. Ready. Set. Cut, 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 cut. Quarterback attack.
I should check to see
Blue 48. Blue 48.
what rank
Cut, cut, cut,
Pittsburgh
cut,
and
cut,
Buffalo
cut.
were. And actually,
Quarterback attack.
I actually do that right now on my computer because I have the previous video on my
Brown
computer.
52. Cut, cut,
Or show the
cut, cut,
standings.
cut, cut. Passing.
Kind of hard to find it though.
Red 24. Cut, 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 cut.
Okay, Buffalo's got a 12-4 record. Pittsburgh's 12-3, so if
Blue
Pittsburgh
43.
loses this
Blue
game,
43.
both be
Cut,
12-4.
cut, 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 cut. Red 32. Red 32. Cut, 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 cut. Interception.
Oh, there's the fly on my screen. Fell.
Ready.
TV screen was on the bottom.
Cut, 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 cut.
There he is. It's not on the screen though.
Blue 43. Cut, 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 cut.
Hope I didn't interrupt the game too much. He's on the platform that my TV's sitting on.
Interception.
I'm not sure if it's the same one or not.
Red 32. Red 32. Cut, 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 cut. Red 32.
I wish there was a way to annihilate all flies. I don't think they really serve any
Blue
purpose.
43. Blue 43. Cut, 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 cut.
I know they help feed frogs, but
Red 24.
frogs can eat crickets and other type of bugs.
Cut, cut, cut.
In the NFC, we got Dallas, Green Bay, and San Francisco, all in their division. That's common to see in Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition. The same three teams. Okay, Buffalo's got plus 70 points.
Brown, 52, Brown, 52. Cut, 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 cut.
Pittsburgh's got plus
First down.
97 points, so Pittsburgh's got more
Blue,
points.
48. Blue, 48. Cut, 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 cut.
So if Pittsburgh gets beat by less than 17 points, they'll still have a first seed spot.
First down. Red, 32.
If they win it, they get first seed too.
Cut, 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 cut.
Looks like
First down.
probably going to be scoring again here.
Blue, 43.
And actually
Blue, 43.
tie it up.
Cut, 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 cut.
I'd love to see at least one game going to overtime. We have not seen a game going to overtime in this
Blue,
game yet.
48. Cut, 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 cut. Red, 32. Red, 32. Cut, 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 cut.
I'll probably go for a 2-point conversion now if they score a touchdown.
Touchdown.
So, you know, I should probably do something stupid like go for a 2-point conversion. Nope. Yep. See, that's just stupid. I think that was a design flaw in the game. I think it was a glitch. I think they designed the team, the losing team.
No good.
Good, he deserved it. But I think it's something that they designed where whoever's behind in points will go for the 2-point conversion when they get a touchdown if it's like in the third or fourth quarter. But when you're down by only 1 point, I mean, you kick the extra point and it's going to be tied. They fixed that in Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition. You're not going to see quite as many 2-point conversion attempts. In that game, they only do it if they need it. So it's no wonder why we don't see any ties. These teams never tie it up. They're down by a point, they're going to go for 2.
Blue, 43. Cut, 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 cut.
So our only chance of seeing an overtime, Pittsburgh would have to kick a field goal, and Chargers have to sack Pittsburgh in the end zone for safety that'll tie it up. But what are the odds of that happening? I mean, field goal might be possible, but a safety? Usually the only time you'll see safeties is in the Packer games that I control because I have a pretty good defense and I'm pretty good at that. Kick up right down deep towards your end zone and sack them.
Red, 32. Cut, 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 cut. Brown, 52. Brown, 52. Cut, 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 cut. Red, 32.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh's going to come back and win this game.
Cut, 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 cut,
now look at that. The ball looks like it's like maybe barely touching the edge of the goal line. I've had plays like that where I was laying the same spot even further up and it wasn't a touchdown. The Chargers can kiss the playoffs goodbye. Now, if San Diego just gets a touchdown, they miss the extra point, or else if they go for 2 and they don't get it, then we'll be tied. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Red 24, red 24. Cut.
Got a guy wide open. Got a minute 48 left to score a touchdown.
Blue 43, blue 43.
Pittsburgh's got the defense back though. I don't think they're going to let San Diego score a touchdown.
Blue 43, blue 43. Cut.
I don't think they're going to even let him get a first down.
Check. Ready. Cut.
Got a guy wide open. Let's throw it to the guy that's covered by 2 defenders.
Pass incomplete.
Maybe the Chargers deserve to lose this game.
Red 32, red 32. Cut. Touchdown.
Wow. I'm surprised. Tony Martin, never heard of him. They're going for a 2-point conversion. Why? It's tied up.
Red 24. Cut.
Ooh,
No good.
that was close. Okay, so now there's a possibility of going to overtime if nobody scores in the next minute. It's kind of a lot of time though. Chances are somebody's going to score.
Brown 52.
Yeah, they really screwed that up when they designed it. 2-point conversion feature. I don't think they really programmed. They do too much thought into programming when it should be used or not. See, I don't want to let Pittsburgh get into field goal range either.
Ready. Check. Cut.
That'll keep them out of field goal range.
Ready. Check. Cut.
Well, they can get right back into field goal range. Watch them throw a touchdown pass right here. 4 seconds left.
Cut. Brown 52.
On into overtime. Finally get to see it. That's just stupid. Why would you kick off in overtime? There's another design flaw. They don't want to think that one out. laid down on the ground too, like he's trying to get the first down,
Blue,
but
43.
this is the yard short.
Cut. Ready. Set. Cut.
Oh, and Pittsburgh's going to score. That was San Diego's fault. They deserved to lose, choosing to kick off in the overtime.
Interception.
Wow.
Ready. Set. Cut. Red, 24. Cut.
The Chargers really got lucky with an interception. Pittsburgh actually should have
Blue,
went for the
48.
field
Blue,
goal.
48. Cut.
Okay, so we got to see both sack cutscenes in this game. If Pittsburgh was smart, they'd go for a field goal right now.
Blue, 48. Blue, 48.
Well, might want to pick up about 5 to 10 yards first. Now they should go for it. But they're not gonna.
Brown, 52. Brown, 52. Cut. Blue, 48. Cut.
That's the game. Pittsburgh wins it. San Diego Chargers are not going to the playoffs. At least I'm pretty sure of that. Kansas City Chiefs should have gone ahead of the Chargers. Chiefs will most likely make the playoffs. There's the numbers though. Pittsburgh led in rushing 74-8. Also led in passing 235 to 159. Total yards 309 to 167. First downs 11-4. Chargers led in sacks 3-2. And interceptions 2-1. Fumbles were 1-1. Okay, so take a look at the schedule, see who else. Okay, we got Seattle and Cleveland. Yeah, Seattle wants this game to win the division. If Seattle loses this game, Denver wins the division. If Seattle wins this game, they win the division. Cleveland, on the other hand, most likely not going to go to the playoffs. Unless they win really big, they'd go. But yeah, take a look at that. The Chiefs are up in 3rd place. Chargers dropped down to 4th, so. The game after that, Washington and LA Rams. I don't think either of those teams have a shot at the playoffs. No, Redskins are 3-12. Rams 3-12. So that game doesn't make much of a difference. Detroit and Miami. Detroit's not going to make the playoffs, but take a look at Miami. They might have a shot. Oh, well, Miami... Yeah, Miami's going to the playoffs either way. They can't win their division, though. So I guess Miami wants to win that game just to get a better spot in the playoffs, maybe. San Francisco, Minnesota. I think Minnesota's pretty much got a sure shot at going to the playoffs. Yeah, 11-4, that's a pretty good record. Better record than the Eagles. Much better record than the Falcons, so Minnesota doesn't have to worry. 49ers are already in there, so... The only game that really matters is this next one, Seattle and Cleveland. If Seattle wins, they win the division. If they lose, Denver wins the division. Seattle Seahawks win their division. Washington beats the Rams. Detroit beats Miami. San Francisco gets beat by Minnesota. That's the end of the regular season. Buffalo and Miami going to the playoffs. Pittsburgh is going to the playoffs. Seattle, Denver, and Kansas City. See, that's exactly how I thought it was going to happen. You got Dallas, Philadelphia, and the Giants are going. Packers and Vikings. 49ers. Let's look at the matchups. Okay, so let's take a better look at the matchups. Okay, so we're going to see Denver and Miami playing the first game most likely. If it goes the way Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition goes, we'll see Denver against Miami. Now, for some reason in the playoffs in these Tecmo games, the home field advantage doesn't always work. Sometimes the wrong teams get home field advantage. It doesn't make sense. I'm not sure about this game though. I guess we'll wait and see. So first we'll see Denver and Miami. The second game we'll probably see most likely to be Philadelphia and Minnesota. That'll be Kansas City and Seattle. Interdivision game. And then we got Dallas and Giants, another interdivision game. And that, yeah, I mentioned that in the previous video, or either the last video or the video before, that Dallas was going to be playing the Giants in the playoffs. So I pretty much had most of it figured out. I don't remember saying anything about Philadelphia going to the playoffs, but I did. In the AFC, I pretty much had that whole thing figured out. I even said that in this video that if San Diego loses, Kansas City's going to the playoffs instead of them. So anyway, Kansas City, Seattle, then we'll see Dallas and the Giants, and whoever wins the Denver-Miami game will take on Buffalo, which will be pretty interesting. Buffalo Bills won the Super Bowl last season. Winner of the Kansas City-Seattle game will take on Pittsburgh. So it would have been kind of interesting if San Diego would have won that game. They would have been playing against Seattle, and if San Diego would have beat Seattle, they'd be playing against Pittsburgh again. So it'd be like a rematch. But whoever wins the Dallas, New York game is going to be taking on the Packers against me. And I can't remember if I played... Oh no, I did not play against the Cowboys or Giants. We've seen the Cowboys and Giants play against each other in the regular season. Actually, this two video uploads ago, wasn't even thinking about that. Dallas at New York. This time it should be New York at Dallas, if they got it right. But the Giants won that game, so it should be pretty interesting to see this one. And then the winner of the Philadelphia-Minnesota game will be taking on the 49ers. Okay, now what I want to do is go to Team Control, all computer, just to get set up for the playoffs. except for the Packers. I'll be controlling the Packers throughout the playoffs well. All the other teams are all computer controlled. Now take a look at the NFL leaders. Passing. Steve Young of the 49ers, first place. Rating of 184. Brett Favre, my quarterback, came in second with 180. O'Donnell. Pittsburgh had third place. You had Jim Kelly, Mirror, and Moon all up on the list. Let's check out least interception percentage. Goes to Steve Young, 2.4%. Favre made third place. Actually tied with Mirror, whatever his name is, but I don't know why they got him listed third and fourth. It should be third, both of them third. Touchdown passes goes to Brett Favre, 51. Yards per attempt goes to Steve Young, barely beat me. This Favre's 0.2 points. Total yards goes to Dan Marino, 3,968 passing yards. Brett Favre had 3,822. Okay. Receiving. Andre Rison with Atlanta, first place. Jerry Rice of San Francisco is second, and Sterling Sharp gets third with Packers. We got Carter, Fryer, and Miller up there. Check out touchdowns. Sterling Sharp at 25. Robert Brooks in second place with 16. We even got Mark Chmere up in the top 10 list. So we got 3 Packer players up there. So now, that time they got it right. Look at Taylor, Chmere, Jett, and Stone. They got them all ranked 6th place because they're all tied with 10. Same with Rice and Carter. But the quarterbacks, they had him screwed up. Check out the longest reception was by Sterling Sharp, 77 yards. Robert Brooks had the third, 71 yards. Hill with Arizona at 72. Anthony Morgan's up on the list with 59. Yards per reception. Singleton of the 49ers, 43. Warren of Seattle, 40. And Lewis of the Packers, 37.7. Rushing. Emmitt Smith. And this goes by total yards. Emmitt Smith had 1,000. Look at that. Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders. How many times have been mentioned through the season that they're the 2 fastest runners in the game? Look at that. First and second place. 1,804 yards for Smith. 1,374 for Sanders. Touchdowns. Brooks of Washington, 20. Smith, Dallas had 19, and Allen, 18. Allen tied with Hampton. Longest rush goes to Marshall Faulk of the Indianapolis Colts, 67 yards. Sterling Sharp made the list with 41. Sterling Sharp's not even a running back, he's a receiver, but I put him in as running back because he's faster than any of the running backs on my team. When all your running backs are slow, you gotta improvise. Overall scoring, Sterling Sharp leads with 192 points, total of 32 touchdowns. Rodney Hampton had 22 touchdowns in second place, 132 points, tied with Emmitt Smith. Field goals, I bet you the Packers are in last place up here. Yeah, look at that, Chris Jackie, 2 field goals. That's because I rarely ever need to go for field goal attempts. Check out the extra points though. First place, Chris Jackie, 77. So opposite field goal and extra points. Total touchdowns. Sharp 32, Hampton 22, Smith 22. Punting. Ruin of Denver. That's your average. The Packers came in 27th place, but I only had 10 punts. I probably had the least amount of punts. Yeah, look at that. 10 punts. I was in 28th place for the amount of punts. But that doesn't mean you're a bad punter if you've only got 10 punts. It just means the rest of your team's good enough where they never had to punt. Interceptions. Robinson of Seattle's got 11. got Magruder in second place, Glenn in third. Touchdowns, we got quite a few. Proctor of Denver's got 2 touchdowns. Terrell Buckley's got one of the Packers, tied with all both other players. Yards, Odell's from Seattle's got 122 yards. That's pretty good for intercepting, 122 yards. Terrell Buckley's got a total of 81 yards. Sacks. Armstrong with the Bears, 11 sacks. Are you kidding me? Reggie White was in 8th place, 15. I can guarantee in the next game, Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition, Reggie White's going to be dominating in sacks. He's going to have over twice as many sacks as whoever's in second. That's just the way it always is. Fumble force. Jones of Chicago, 6. George Teague of the Packers had 5. Reggie White had 4. Oh, let's check tackles. Junior Seau, the San Diego Chargers had 189. If I'm not mistaken, I think in Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition, Junior Seau always leads the league in tackles. We'll check next season. Punt returns, Sterling Sharp, first place. 8 returns, 109 yards, averaging 13.6 yards per return. Touchdowns, no punt return touchdowns, which is pretty common to see 0 for there. Longest punt return was Melbourne of Denver with 29 yards. And our kickoff returns. Harper of Dallas in first place, Smith of Minnesota second, Metcalf third. Packers didn't even make it. No touchdowns for kickoff returns. Usually we see a few, not too many. In Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition, you're usually going to see Leroy Butler up there multiple times. I'll say at least 5 or 6 a season. So, just something to look forward to next season. I'm so used to playing Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition, I could pretty much give you a pretty good idea on who's going to be doing what. And I can tell you Reggie White's going to be dominating in sacks. Leroy Butler's going to have some kickoff return touchdowns. Probably going to see a lot of safeties. Packers nailing the other team in the end zone. And you're most likely going to see Dallas, Green Bay, and San Francisco winning their divisions again. The AFC is harder to predict because it's just not the same as like the NFC. So I hope you enjoyed that game, and I'll see you tomorrow in the playoffs. Denver and Miami playing the first game.